Hey guys, it's Roscoe, and on the Space Coach today I have another classic of science fiction for you. This one a little more modern. It's Hyperion by Dan Simmons. This is one of the best books you'll ever read in science fiction. It's absolutely fantastic. This is what it says on the dust cover. It is the 29th century, and the universe of the human hegemony is under threat. Invasion by the warlike rebel ousters looms, and the mysterious schemes of the secessionist AI Technocore bring chaos even closer. On the eve of disaster, with the entire galaxy at war, 7 pilgrims set forth on a final voyage to the fabled time tombs on Hyperion, home to the Shrike, a lethal creature, part god and part killing machine, whose powers transcend the limits of time and space. Like another fabled group of pilgrims, each traveller shares his story with his fellows, seeking answers to the unsolved riddles of all of their lives, and they have resolved to die before discovering anything less than the secrets of the universe itself. Absolutely brilliant book. The characters are fantastic. I'll just see if I can remember some of them. One of them is called the Consul, and he's a politician for the human government. Had a tragic life. I think his wife and child died. He's posted to various worlds. One of them is a water world where there's a dolphin uprising. All the dolphins get killed, all that sort of thing. There's another one. It's an old Jewish gentleman from, I think the planet's called Hebron, major city being New Jerusalem. His daughter, an archaeologist, so she would have been about 30, was excavating at the time tombs when she was touched by the Shrike. When she woke up the following day, she had lost a day. She had, in fact, aged a day in reverse, and she continued to age in reverse. So she's getting younger and younger and younger. By the time her father has arrived on Hyperion, she's a baby, a newborn, weeks old. So that's about 60 years of her life. So she had her life and then touched by the Shrike. It's starting to reverse it, her entire life. And she forgets everything as she gets younger, of course. People she knew, things she knew. So he is trying to get to the time tombs to seek answers. There's another priest, another one who is a priest, and he is trying to essentially find meaning of God and Christianity, because religion is dead in the 29th century. There is nothing. But he stumbled across an amazing secret that would spread the gospel of Christ across the entire universe. I won't tell you what it is. It was absolutely fascinating and sets up things for the later books. There are other characters as well. Those are just the 3 that immediately come to mind. Oh, another one, I think his name was Martin Canterbury or Martin Cambridge or something like that. And he was originally the son of one of the, I say Dowager Queens, but the landed aristocracy on Earth in its final days before it's swallowed by a black hole at its core. So yes, he was living that rich lifestyle until the end, and he's sent off into space, except he's frozen in carbonite, I suppose. When he wakes up, he only remembers 4 or 5 words, and they're all, I think, swear words. So yes, then he has his own journey to get back to where he was, and he wants to find meaning in his life and try and bring the Earth back. Other characters as well. There's one Palestinian military officer whose name I forget. Is it Salim Faye? Something like that. Absolutely brilliant, real great warrior. You know. I think he was born on Mars and the Palestinian camps there, attends the military on the moon, all that sort of thing, and becomes a very famous officer. And he also has interactions, not with the Shrike, but there's a woman he keeps seeing across time. Yes, absolutely loved Hyperion, so in depth. Hugely influenced by John Yeats's poetry. Which I studied at school and at university, and I didn't really appreciate at the time, but that book, it did give me a better appreciation for it, although I did think sometimes it was a little bit contrived how he used it, but hey, his book, he can write what he wants. I thoroughly recommend Hyperion to you. I do have the follow-on, The Fall of Hyperion. Is that you see there that is the gentleman with the daughter who's aging. He's at the time tombs. That is the Shrike. This is the time tombs. There's so many other things going on. The fact that the human race is about to plunge into what might be its final war. The fact on several planets there are artificial tunnels, millions of years old, that appear to have been carved for some unknown purpose. you know? Except some people have visions of people in those caverns and they've all died. So if they go into the caverns during the war, humanity will end. Absolutely fantastic stuff. The whole Hyperion Cantos, there were several other books that followed, and I've got them all. They're all brilliant. It has a really satisfying conclusion. But I do recommend Hyperion to you. It's a real fantastic book, hugely original. I borrowed it at university in my first year, and this notion of this Shrike, this huge creature that's covered in spikes and razors, you know, and that's how it gets you. It impales you on its razors and then takes you to wherever it takes its victims, because in that first book, Shrike attacks are increasing. They're very, very rare, but now with the threat of war and the possibility of the time tombs are about to open, there are far more frequent attacks. Anyway, guys, like I said, you should pick it up. It's a brilliant book. You won't be disappointed. Please subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this content. Leave me a comment or suggestion for upcoming topic you'd like to see discussed, or like the video.